Hey guys, Darkshot the Poisoner here, bringing you the next episode in the Let's Play Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow bestiary. Number 51 is the Needles familiar, and it's okay. It's really not offensive at all. It doesn't go out and attack things like the Quetzalcoatl, which I'm using to grind for it right here. It's mostly defensive. It stays put when you're not moving, and when you're moving, they kind of follow behind you. And when you level it up 9 out of 3 times, you can get 3 of them following, so you sort of form this little chain of the little spiky guys. They follow around you. It's helpful if you want to play defense. Number 52 is the Hellbore, whose power is much like the Slaughterers, but a little bit more power-packed, does more damage. It says knock down enemies with power-packed uppercuts, and a lot of times you can make enemies flinch and things. Enemies that flinch will be knocked backwards and stuff, such as bosses like Dimitri, who can be knocked onto the ground. The uppercut, it's even closer range than the Slaughterer, so I still don't really recommend it. Number 53 is the Bone Pillar, whose soul is absolutely the easiest to grind for, because they basically laid 100 of them down in this room. In the, what is this? The Demon Guest House. And so what I did is I just took them all out with the Persephone power. And with a Persephone power, you don't have to worry about those magical little fireballs they'll shoot at you. The Persephone power will just suck them right up. And the increased Constitution, I don't really find a use for that in the game, but I guess if you want to, this is a great place to grind for it. Number 51 is the White Dragon, whose soul is really, really good. Probably one of the better fire-type souls in the game, along with a Goonie. This thing's really good, and a little trick you can use against the White Dragon is that you'll see in the monster card on the left, he's actually weak to fire, so technically, he's weak to his own soul, and we do 156 damage against him. So, a neat little trick you can do there. Once you get his soul for the first time, you want to grind out for the next 3 levels. Go ahead and use his own soul against him. Number 55 is the Whack Whack Tree, which there is only one of in the entire game. It's right in the middle, kind of like the Skeleton Farmer. He's kind of right in the middle of the Garden of Madness. And he's got 3 limbs that you have to chop off the tree to actually kill the entire being. Otherwise, it's just going to keep spawning Fleamen or Rippers. I can't remember which one of the 2. Anyway, it lowers strength and raise con, which I think is a very, very bad trade. Number 56 is the Imp, whose soul is extremely unique, probably the only soul like it in the game. What it does is it creates a space that inflicts spiritual damage. Now, it's very unclear as to what that means, but what it really means is that you switch the enemy's HP and MP in whatever space you create. So if, like the Whack Whack Tree only has a 1 MP, you can use the Imp power and just take it out in one hit. Number 57 is the Harpy, and the Harpy's soul has a couple uses, namely when you want to drag around the familiar that you're using and place them in a tactical position and attack from afar rather than having to just lunge in there yourself. It's really good. You can just drag them around with your stylus on a DS pad. Very good. It doesn't do a lot of damage though, that's the only bad thing. Number 58 is the Barbaricia, and as I've said before, I'm not a fan of souls like this in the game. Souls where you have to sacrifice your movement for a while to slide around on the ground and do quite a bit of damage. It does do a lot of damage, but I really don't think it's worth it. Stuff like the Iron Golem and the Valkyrie, I really am not a fan of it. Yeah, there's really not much else to say. It uses 30 magic per time. It's way too much for me. Number 59 is a Malachi, and the Malachi actually has a lot of HP and even more MP. And so what I decided to do was, rather than just hack and slashing my way through him, I decided to stand at the edge of this room and use the Skull Archer power and do 716 damage in one hit, killing him. And then what you can do is you just drop down here, go to the save point, don't save, just regenerate your magic again and jump up there and repeat the process. Nothing too bad. And last but not least is number 60, the Cave Troll, whose his soul is kind of silly. It says attack by lashing out the tongue. It's not that bad. It's not long range enough to make it really good. It kind of and it's got some recoil with it. What happens is Soma shoots out like the tongue, and it has to retract though, and that's really why I don't like this power. It does a decent amount of damage. I'd say it's a medium soul. It's okay. Another one of those rare okay souls. And its rare drop is the Paeo, which you can see there. Anyway, that's about it for this episode, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.